Moses opens up this week's Torah portion with the words, "See, I placed before you a blessing and a curse. The blessing, if you listen to Hashem's words, you'll be blessed. The curse, if you don't listen to Hashem's words." Basically what that means is, as we all know, reward and punishment. You'll do the right thing, you'll be blessed. You won't do the right thing, Moses warns us, there's consequences. But the rabbis, as always, are very sensitive to the nuanced language in the Torah. And here, too, there's an interesting word here that calls for our attention to look us below the surface. When Moses talks about the curse, he says, if you will not listen to the commandments, you won't listen to God, you will, there'll be consequences, a curse. When it comes to the blessing, he doesn't say, if you listen you listen to God's ways and you follow in his commandments and footsteps, you'll be blessed. He doesn't say that. He says, the blessing is asher tishmu, that you will listen to the words of God. In other words, Moses is saying that the very following in God's ways and the commandments, that alone is the blessing. How so? When you look at life, you live 120 years or whatever years we're given, it's inevitable that, once in a while there's a curveball thrown at us. Not every day is roses and fragrance. It's, sometimes we get, sometimes there's pain, there's challenges, issues that we have to deal with, and sometimes big issues, sometimes real painful experiences. The person of faith, asher tishmu, when you listen and you hearken to the voice of God, you're in a relationship with God, you're living a life dedicated to God, that brings blessing to every circumstance in life. The person of faith is a person of blessing. That doesn't mean nothing wrong will happen to him, but even the things that go wrong, things that are the curveballs thrown at them, we catch them. We catch them very differently than someone without faith. We're able to handle them better. We're able to go through challenges of life with much more ease. We know we have faith that there's a bigger picture. Whatever the reason I'm suffering right now, there's a God. I know that there's a higher force at play. It's not just me and my little problems. God is there with me and He cares for me. And the reason I'm suffering, I don't know why, but there's a bigger picture. The man of faith, that alone is the blessing. Because when the difficult moments of life come, he's able to weather them, go through them with a lot more determination. He's able to get to the other side less harmed, unscathed, or a lot more healthy than the person who lacks faith in God. He's left alone. He feels like he's in it alone. And that alone is the curse. So my blessing to all of us is, as we start inching our way towards the high holidays in 5 weeks from tonight, naturally, this is a time when we all look to strengthen our relationship with God, to zero in on purpose of life, on my own purpose, my own relationship with God, my own commitment to Torah and to the mitzvahs, my own commitment to Judaism and so on. This is the time to bring that blessing into our life. Because when you do have a healthy relationship with God, and you're committed and you're involved in Judaism and Torah mitzvahs on a daily basis, that's your life, you're able to go through life so much more, with so much more meaning. And even the difficult moments of life, we're able to go through them with so much more ease. May we be blessed, and we should never have to talk about the challenges of life. God should rid this world of all sickness and illness and poverty and all kinds of tsaros, all kinds of pain and suffering. And we should know of only good. And then we will have a doubled and redoubled blessing. But until that moment, strengthen your faith in God. Because when we have to go through a challenging moment, and we are now going through some challenging times, the faithful person is able to have a larger picture, is able to see to the other side of it. He knows that it's all right. And when you know that it's all right, you are able to go through it much, much easier. So I want to wish everyone a wonderful Shabbos until I see you next, God willing. And I'm glad to say that things are opening up even more now. More people are coming to the shul. So we're being safe, of course. But I'm happy to welcome everyone. And we'll see you very, very soon. Shabbat Shalom and all the best.